Thanks, Jody. 5:32, 7 degrees right now at the airport. Good morning, everyone. A Calgary judge is deciding today if a man is guilty of murder or is not criminally responsible for killing a bylaw officer, a former Mountie. 49-year-old Trevor Klaschinski is accused of first-degree murder. His lawyer argues that he cannot be criminally responsible because of his state of mind at the time of the killing. The victim in this case is Rod Lazenby. Lazenby was killed in August of 2012 while investigating a dog complaint on Klaschinski's property near Pritis. In an agreed statement of facts, Klaschinski admits that he did kill Lazenby. The defense argues Klaschinski was suffering from a mental disturbance at the time of the killing. The Crown is not opposing that assertion. One of the things the judge is reviewing is a police interview conducted hours after Rod Lazenby's body was dropped off at a Calgary police station. On the tape, Klaschinski says he had, quote, caught the man who had been stealing his dogs. It is now up to the judge to decide if Klaschinski is guilty as charged. It's now 5:33. Another day, another low close for crude. Crude opening this morning in North America after closing at a 5-year low. $60 and change is what it closed at per barrel. Plunging crude is again blamed for a big sell-off on Bay Street. The TSX opens today after losing 343 points, the biggest single-day sell-off in a year and a half. Oil prices will be a major topic of discussion when Canada's finance ministers meet with Joe Oliver, their federal counterpart, this weekend. Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz is speaking today to the Economic Club of New York City. Energy prices will also be on his mind this morning. Poloz says the Bank of Canada's data points to the housing market in our country being overvalued by 10 to 30% depending on where you live. He says the housing market may be due for a downturn, but Poloz says he does not expect a crash.
Our assessment is that while vulnerabilities associated with household imbalances and housing markets are edging higher, the overall risk to financial stability in Canada is roughly the same as it was at the time of our June FSR.
Poloz believes Canada's economic recovery is gathering strength and will create new jobs and higher incomes despite a downturn in energy prices. On the flip side, Poloz also says he is still very concerned about rising debt levels in Canadian households. So what do you think about all the stuff going on economic-wise right now? Energy companies and politicians, yes, are trying to get a handle on the new reality when it comes to energy prices. Premier Jim Prentice this week, in fact, saying if oil continues to fall, the provincial budget will have a multi-billion-dollar hole in it. With that in mind, we hit the street to find out what Calgarians are thinking.
I really am worried about it. I guess it's no one has got a crystal ball, so it's tough to see what's going to happen next year, and unfortunately that affects the business I'm in right now.
I'm always worried about it.
Truthfully, I haven't been that worried about it. I got a good job right now, but I mean, obviously it could happen. Alberta, it's a big part in Alberta.
Not really worried about it right now. I think that Stephen Harper is going to be doing a good job and will continue.
With the price of oil being as low as it is, it's affecting a lot of the industries, especially the industry that I work in, which focuses on this. So, we're hoping for it to bounce back sometime soon.
Energy prices will likely be a big part of the last day of the current sitting of the Alberta Legislature. It wraps up today, and oil and gas values may play a part in Mayor Naheed Nenshi's State of the City address. That happens this morning. The holidays are very busy, can be stressful with so many things to do. Being present and mindful, though, may be the key to a more relaxing outlook this time of year. A movement is on called the Potential Project. The project teaches people to be mindful of what's going on around them instead of focusing on things like a to-do list. Living in the moment helps make things less stressful.
When we become present and in the moment, we actually get further into the Christmas spirit. We are happier. We actually feel that high that we get when we give to other people. We actually feel it when we even just look into somebody else's eyes.
As for the stress of finding a perfect gift, suggestions include giving experiences this year instead of items. Things like, a spa day gift certificate, taking a cooking class, taking someone to a Hitman game. That's what I plan to do with my nephew. There you go, 5:37. That's your news. 7 degrees right now.
Or a really nice bracelet and a pair of earrings.
If you
I
want
know
to get
that's
a thing.
that's not an experience, but it is for me. It would be. Still to come on the show today, Dave.